Hi guys, welcome to Live Well, Be Fulfilled, Living on Purpose with Power to Profit. Have you ever thought, when is my misery going to be ending? Are you in a cubicle and you think, is this all that I have in life? How come I can't provide for my family properly? Why is it that the managers of different companies make bad decisions and I'm left with, pay cuts and just being strung around from opportunity to opportunity, struggling? Have you ever thought of that? Well, that has happened to me several years ago. And I was coming out of just a really bad place of depression. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I actually went through a course tonight, getting together with some people, talking about our stories, talking about some of the true self traits that we're trying to move towards, and then get away from the bad traits, which is all part of your ego. And I heard a couple great speakers tonight, and it really inspired me to cut this video. I'm walking my dog right now. And, not that long ago, probably about 3-4 years ago, I was in a dark place like this. And you're right, I am taping here in almost at around 11 o'clock tonight, walking the dog. And my life used to be as black, as dark, and as lonely as what you see in the background, empty. I was living a life that was totally empty, totally fruitless. And did I choose this way? Yes, I did. Because I allowed it to happen, and also I allowed myself to be eaten away a little bit at a time. My character, my integrity, because I lost hope. I married a beautiful wife, and I wanted to provide my wife everything, and the kids and everything else. And, and as life goes on, you get beat up in the corporate world, and you're doing really, really well one year, and all of a sudden the next year you're doing really bad. Or you're working your way up to the corporate world, and then you realize, I'm not a corporate person. I don't want to be selling stuff to people that don't need anything, and I certainly want to add value to people, and I don't want to work for a publicly traded company where it's all about the finances, all about the dollars and greed. And I started to realize, I need to get into more of a entrepreneurial mindset where I can actually add value to people. And so I wanted to just let you know where I was. I was in a really desperate place. And then I came across some help where I dealt with some things in the past that were definitely influencing my decisions in the current world. And, when my darkest times, there were times where my office buddies were way better than my wife, which is a big no-no. I mean, that is a lie. That's just the corporate world. And then I started getting into depression and started getting into different vices. I started becoming addicted to anger. I started becoming addicted to blame and prejudice and hatred, resentment, all sorts of different things that I've opened myself up to. And then along came my help. Great friends that said, hey, you know what? You need a swift kick in the butt. And so they decided to put pressure on me to change. I am so thankful for some of the people that actually kicked me in the butt and got me going. And so I went and started getting help. And then from there, things started opening up. Little bit at a time, I started getting my ego out of the way and started going and starting to adopt better ways of thinking, positive thinking. And then also on top of that, getting around people of just world-class people that have a total different thought process. And so that was happening as well. And then what was happening at the same time was that I was actually learning or in 2011 was our worst year. My mother died in May 2011. Mother-in-law died later that year. My wife was diagnosed with some illnesses. And my work, they made bad decisions a couple years ago, which has totally put them in a real bad place, which thus put us in a bad place, all the people working there in a bad place. And so the income dropped. And so it was our worst year, but it also became our best year because of the fact that I was actually open to helping my wife, doing all this research, and I came across something that really, really helped my wife in her situation. And then that led to some other stuff, which led to a whole new entrepreneurial experience, which I'm now a wellness coach. I'm also an internet marketer, and I'm learning a lot of stuff. Why? Because I was remaining open, and I admitted that I needed help and I needed to change. It was a long process, but the minute I became aware of my ego and how it gets in the way, then came my true self. And so this is all about reaching out to people that are in the corporate world, that are feeling the same feelings of inadequacy, not being able to provide for their family properly. They're sick and tired of hanging out with the boys or the girls after work and not really focused on doing everything they can to make their life, their partner and their kids happy, and bring them to a place where there's a little bit of security in their life, and putting them first. It's kind of like the family man, where Nicolas Cage spends all his time trying to chase after the corporate dollar and the position and all that stuff, to realize that his real reward is his family, his kids, and his loving wife. And that's my story. So I want to reach out to anybody out there that is thinking about that. It's in their heart. It's chewing away. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the guy that's in the corporate cubicle, or the woman that's in the corporate cubicle, that know that deep down inside they know there's something wrong. They want to change. They know they got to get the priorities straight. I'm reaching out to you. So what I want you guys to do is, if you want to change, put your name and your email down there, sign up, and I can get you some information, and I can show you how I went from being an idiot, surviving, to thriving, and being more and actually developing a good self-confidence in myself, and then also being a man of integrity and getting my priorities straight. I want to share that with you. Again, guys, put your name down there, put your email down there. I can get you information. Until then, guys, I want you guys to prosper, be happy, and be filled with joy as well. Love and prosper. Bye-bye.